Welcome to the HGU Sessions. I'm Joe Kaplowitz. In this episode of the HGU Sessions, I'm going to demonstrate for you basic rhythmic comping in a swing style. Now, that's pretty specific to jazz if you're going to be working on jazz piano. So this is like a jazz piano episode, right? Okay, so what did I just play? I played a basic F chord progression. F, 7, D7, G7, C7. And I put it up here with this basic left-hand voicing, E flat A D, and F C F. This is a basic comping structure that I use playing in a swing style. And I'll tell you, what I'm doing here, it fits whether you're playing in a jazz orchestra, you're playing in a trio, with a singer, with a whole band. It's very important. I'd like to demonstrate what comping is about. In my other episode, I was with my wife Lella, and I was demonstrating accompanying a singer. But now this is like generally what you would do with anyone else. And the principle behind this is keeping it simple, playing the chords correctly at the right time, and playing in a good rhythm. These are the three crucial elements to doing a good accompaniment or good comping. So you'll notice when I'm doing this, I'm keeping things short. Some long notes, but mostly short. Now that's for a good reason. That's so I don't crowd the other musicians, because unlike before, I'm not playing alone with anyone else. I'm not playing by myself. I have a bass player, a drummer, maybe a guitarist at the same time, who knows? And I got to leave them space. I got to make sure that I'm not filling in all the spaces, because that really doesn't work in jazz. You got to share the space and leave room for communication. So I like to depend on these short little stabs, short notes. Now, I use my palette of rhythms. It's pretty simple for right now. I'm demonstrating a real simple rhythmic vocabulary, one that's easy to play along with. Right? Because when you're accompanying somebody, you want them to be able to play along with you, just like you're playing along with them. It's got to be a coexistence, let's say, a cooperation, right? So I just play on the beat, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And at the end, I go bop, doo, bop, which is something the drummer might play. It's very simple rhythm, but I'll tell you, on the piano, in these jazz kind of settings, it works. It really works. It helps hold the group together. And it helps cut down on things like confusion or people getting lost, and just, it brings in an element of the style too. So again, just like little short notes, simple rhythms. Now when I come to the dominant, the key, the C7, accent it more, because it's the dominant. This is a good one. I'll tell you why. These accents that I do here, as I just demonstrated, are very important. For one good reason. They're like cues. It's about giving cues. I can give cues to people in the band, the singer, the saxophone player, anybody. If they need a cue, if they need a signal, by doing some kind of a rhythm with a little bit more accenting than usual, you're giving a visual and an auditory signal to the other musicians of that there's going to be a change in the music. We're changing to another soloist. We're changing to another part of the form. We might be coming up to the end of the song. This is a big one, cueing the ending. Well, we got to cue the ending. If we don't cue the ending, it's likely that some of the musicians might keep playing at the end of the song, which is very embarrassing, right? So as a piano player, my job to watch the other guys. We're coming to the ending. I can tell it's 4 bars before the ending. Here we go. That was the end of the song. And that's the end of this section. So I hope you enjoyed it. Practice your comping. Before I go, I want to tell you, if you're a real student of jazz, there are 5 or 6 pianists that we know of in the history who were the experts at comping, who gave us this language. And I'd like to say, please listen to Wynton Kelly, Bill Evans, Hank Jones, Tommy Flanagan, Herbie Hancock. These are all men that played with Miles Davis in Miles Davis's band. Oscar Peterson, these were probably the best accompanists in jazz that I can think of, and they taught me a lot of things, so they can teach the same to you too. So enjoy, and see you on the next installment of HGU Sessions.